Theatresh and I have been working together for a very, very long time, like almost close to a decade now. And और अभी हम लोगों ने pandemic के दौरान we started things online together. TheatreShaala is one of the things that we have started this year, and जिसमें हम teachers के साथ काम करते हैं और उनको बताते हैं कि कैसे drama and theater के through we can teach children even curriculum and make our classroom engagements very interesting and activity based. Yes, so that's exactly what we will be working on during these workshops. All right, and we will keep in mind. I can already see because अब I think close to 2 साल हो गया सबको Zoom के सारे protocols और rules पता है already. I don't have to go through it because your mics are on mute. लेकिन like other Zoom videos or webinars and meetings, हम अपनी video off नहीं रखेंगे, हम अपनी video on रखेंगे. That's because again, when you're working together, if I was working with you in the physical space, we would have been in the same room together, right? मैं आपको देख सकती होती, ऐसा नहीं कि तब आप incognito होते और मैं आपको नहीं देख पाती, right? So I would have seen you, you would have seen me physically, we were present, we would be present. And the best part is that we learn so much in non-verbal ways also. एक दूसरे के हाव भाव, expressions, body language, वही देख करके we try and get together so well, right? So it's very important that even in this workshop we keep our video on so that we are taking from each other's energies and helping each other, and we are not feeling left out and alone. And the spotlight is only not on one person, but we are all together in this. So therefore, I will request everyone to keep their videos on throughout the workshop. Okay. All right. There are some gestures that we use during the workshop. Of course, I will give you time to speak as well. But if there's something that you understand or like, you give me a thumbs up like this. If you don't understand something, you can, gesture and tell me thumbs down. Nahi samajh mein aa raha hai. Okay. If you can't hear me, if my audio is not clear, you can do this. Okay. And yeah, like this, I can't hear you, then I know, okay, I have to stop and maybe wait for my internet to be back or something. All right, if you want to say go to the washroom and you need a break, you can show me a tea. This is something that my kids came up with class mein unke sath. When I do the gestures, they told me, ma'am, can we do the tea for toilet break? So we can use that if you want to go. All right, and the last one that I really love is this we call drama clap. So when we want to appreciate, we like something, we do this. Okay, and we can keep adding on. Like one of the things is that my bachas keep doing is giving me a heart. Okay, या किसी ने कुछ अच्छी बात बोली, someone said something nice and they really liked it, so we do this. And there's one more actually which I just remembered. If you relate to someone, and you think, even this matches with me, then we do this. Yes. Okay. So these are some few hand gestures that you can use to communicate non-verbally also and keep the interaction going on even if you are not talking. Yeah. Okay. So now that's about it. And let's begin with our first segment. And today's workshop is how we can work in the online space with really small kids also, pre-primary and primary, and how we can make use of the play of drama to integrate it with our curriculum. All right. Could I recap the hand gestures? Yes, bilkul, Gaurav. So pehla wala hai, the first one is thumbs up when everything is clear and you've understood. Okay, you're giving me a yes like that. No is thumbs down or you've not understood something. All right. This one, that my audio, my voice is not clear to you. Aapko nahi sunai de raha hai, theek hai? Then we had the toilet break tea. Okay. We had the drama clap when we appreciate, okay, and applaud. Then we had the heart when you like something, okay, or you want to give your heart to someone, okay. And when you relate with somebody, you do this. Okay, I hope I've covered everything. Is there anything I missed? No. Yeah. Okay, so let's begin. We're going to start our first activity of the day, which is called Five Fingers. And for this, what we are going to do is, I'm going to invite you all to just hold up your fist. एक मुट्ठी बनाएंगे हम starting में. Okay? And I am going to ask you some questions, okay, which require just a yes and no answer from you. So every time your answer is a yes, you're going to put a finger up. Okay? Every time your answer is a yes, you're going to put a finger up. If your answer is no, you're not going to do anything. All right? Okay? So for example, let's just play around. Okay, this is a trial round. Okay, as my kids like to call it, man, trial round, trial round. So we'll do a trial round. Okay. So we'll start with the fist. And my first question is, am I wearing spectacles? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, yes. Okay. And are my hair blue in color? If your answer is no. So you don't have to drop your finger down. Pranita, नीचे जो उंगली उठी है yes के लिए वो तो उठी रहेगी. Okay. The previous question you answered yes. So that will stay up. The next question's answer is whether yes or no, it will go on. Okay. Everyone understood? Yeah. Okay, super. So we are going to begin. And I'm going to ask you a few questions. So the first question that I have for you is, did you all eat a vegetable yesterday? How many of you ate healthy food and had a vegetable? Pallavi, we're starting from 0, so you have to have only one finger up right now. Yeah. Okay. Oh, let me have a look. How many healthy people are here? Wow. Sabne sabzi khai hai. Good. Okay. So you keep that finger up only and we move on to the next one. Did you brush your teeth last night? I didn't. I am very bad at that. I never practiced that as a child also. Never brushed my teeth in the night. So, and I can see that I'm not the only one and there are some other people also who haven't and I don't feel bad anymore. Okay, great. But there are some people who have some very good habits and they've put their finger up. Good. Okay. Next question for all of you is, did you do some exercise in the morning when you woke up today before joining the workshop? A little bit, thoda stretching kiya, you know? Nahi? कुछ लोगों ने किया, कुछ लोगों ने नहीं किया. Okay. All right. How about, did you read a book during this week for leisure? I didn't get the time this time. For कोई story book पढ़ी हो, कोई magazine पढ़ी हो, you know, सिर्फ past time के लिए, leisure के लिए कोई book पढ़ी है आप लोगों ने इस हफ्ते? टीचर लोग बहुत बिजी है, वो एकेडमिक बुक्स के अलावा और क्या पढ़ेंगे, हाँ? Okay, and next question is, did you help around in the house? I believe you may have. We all do anyway. Yeah. Did you help around? घर के काम काज में मदद की गई है कि नहीं? अगर हाँ तो उंगली खड़ी ऊपर करनी है. I can see. Okay. And the next one is, do you like going to the beach? Yes or no? Yeah. Okay, and that was my last question, and I can see that some of you have got all 5 fingers up. So those of you who got 5 fingers up, only जिनके 5 उंगली खड़े हैं, वो एक दूसरे को आप भी स्क्रीन पे सबको देखिए. Look at everyone's and see who all have got 5 or more than 5, because I can see Gaurav has got 6 fingers up. So you all can give a high five to each other. Can give a high five to each other on the screen. Yes. Okay, the ones who only have 5, not the ones who have 4. Okay, Gracie, you have only 4. We are coming to you. Okay, so now jinka 5 fingers ho gaya, high five ho gaya, keep your fingers down. And the ones who have 4 fingers up, you're going to give a salute to each other. So look at each other. Those of you who've got 4 fingers, and give a salute. Nice. Okay, and those of you who've got 3 fingers, have you got 3 fingers? Okay, yes, I can see. Shashikala. Have I got your name right? Are you Shashikala or are you Chanchal who's got 3 with the red dupatta? Chanchal. Chanchal. Aap Chanchal hai. theek hai. So Three fingers, people. We are going to make a butterfly. Okay, we're going to make a butterfly and make it fly around. Yes. Gauravi, in the beginning, I told you that 6 fingers, whoever has 6 fingers, with the people who have 5 fingers, they're going to give high five. High five. Is Gauravi's video stuck? It seems like stuck, yeah. I thought she is still showing her 6 fingers. No. Okay. Now, people with 2 fingers. Say anyone who's got 2 fingers. Sita, 3 fingers ka butterfly banake, we finished 3 fingers. You can put it down. 4 fingers, we did the salute. So we've put that down as well. If there's anyone who's got 2 fingers, is there anyone who's got 2 fingers? No, but if you had in your class someone with 2 fingers, we do like victory or we do like peace out. Okay. And the people who have 1 finger, sometimes, you ask questions and they've answered mostly no and not a yes. Only maybe for one question they answered yes, and they have only 1 finger. And I like to do, because I'm from Delhi, so I like to do this. Bhangra, balle, balle. So we all do a like little dance. Okay. So this was the first activity, which is just like a check-in or something that you can use. You can, add different questions and everything in place of the questions that I have asked. And it's a quick way to just gauge where your students are, whether it is about, understanding them, or whether it is about understanding something about the curriculum that syllabus, whatever you're teaching, a concept. We will talk about these activities in a dedicated time that we have today in the workshop, where we will recap and we will discuss ki hum kaise, how we can use these activities in our classes. Okay? So abhi ke liye just concentrate, just focus on participating with us. Okay, fully experience these exercises for yourself, because once you experience it nicely, you will be able to conduct it better with your children. Okay. And then when we sit for discussion, that is the time when we do all the brain work. Okay, तब हम सोचने समझने और connections बनाने का काम करेंगे. So this was 5 fingers, and we're going to go to the next activity. All right, and the next activity is a little bit of warm up. Since it's a drama workshop, hum to baithne wale nahi hai. We are not going to just sit. Right? We have to use our body, we have to use our voice. And because most of you also said that you did not get the chance today in the morning to do any exercise, this is your chance to warm up your body a little bit and give it a stretch. Okay, so we're going to start with that. It's a very simple one. Unfortunately, you may not be able to see me fully, like from head to toe, because my laptop screen is slightly sensitive. थोड़ा भी हिलाते हैं वीडियो चला जाता है यार. ठीक है, बहुत पुराना हो गया है. तो मैं आपको verbally I'll explain you properly. Just follow the instructions. Okay. So for this, we're going to make a little bit of space around us to move slightly. So if you're sitting and if you can get up, so just move your chair, put it on one side and stand up. Okay. And if there is anyone who cannot, because of any physical limitation, it is okay. You can do it while sitting down, but I would ideally request everyone to stand up and do it if it is possible for you. Okay. All right. So first, सिर्फ हम actions समझेंगे कि क्या-क्या actions हैं, and then we will add the words to it. When we add the words, I invite you to say the words out loud. You do not have to unmute yourself. Mic on नहीं करना है. I trust you that आप साथ-साथ में try कर रहे हैं और आप वहां से बोलेंगे. ठीक है? All right. So first, what we are going to do is just the movements. Okay? So the first movement is get your one hand, right hand out. Okay? And just flick like this. Okay? Do it 4-5 times. Then left hand, same action. Flick it and 4-5 times. Okay? All right. Very good. Now again, right hand. This time we're going to make a small circle and flick it outside like this. Okay? You're going to flick it outside like this. And let's do the same thing on the left hand. Flick it outside like this. Small circle and flick it outside like that. Okay, great. Now what we're going to do is we're going to work with our leg. All right. So In the leg, I'm going to just try and explain. Imagine this is my leg and this is my feet. Okay. So you're going to do the same thing with your feet first, flicking it. Okay. So पाँव आगे लेके जाएंगे and you're going to flick it. ऐसे. Okay. So you're going to flick it. पाँव आगे लेके जाएंगे and you're going to flick it. Yeah. Right leg. Now let's do the same thing with the left leg and flick it. Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to do this. All right, clap. Okay, and then we're going to do this like a shake. All right, I'm going to just let Gauravi enter, admit her. Okay, so these were the movements. Now we're going to add the words. So I will say it once and then you will repeat. So I will wait. I will keep waiting in between. All right, so first one is shoo, shoo, shoo fly. Okay, next, same thing. Shoo, shoo, shoo fly. Good. Now, remember the circle and out. So you're going to say out, out. And then again from left hand, out, out, out. Okay. And then now the leg one movement is also like this. And you're going to say, come on, little tiger. Come on, little tiger. Again, left leg. Put it in front and come on, little tiger. Come on, little tiger. Okay, say out. Right. Okay, and then you say, oh, this feels good. Oh, this feels good. Each word you have to shake, shake, shake and do it. Okay, let's do it one more time. Oh, this feels good. Okay, lovely. We're going to do this a little bit faster this time. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, go. Shoo, 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 fly. Shoo, 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 fly. Out, out, out. Come on, little tiger. Come on, little tiger. Left leg. Come on, little tiger. Come on, little tiger. Ouch! Oh, this feels good. Lovely. आप लोग बहुत अच्छा कर रहे हो. All are doing so good. It's such a delight to see all of you participating. Gauravi is giving us a heart. Thank you, Gauravi. But it is not over. The warm-up is not over. Okay. ये तो बस शुरुआत है. Picture अभी बाकी है. Okay. So we're going to start with the next round. Okay. When you're doing it with your kids, maybe you just do the first round that we did for a week and everything. Again, we will talk about this later. But उनके साथ एक साथ नहीं करेंगे. उनके साथ we are going to break these things and introduce one by one. Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to play a little bit with our imagination more. And you're going to imagine there are very yummy floating marshmallows in front of you. Okay. And you're going to pick one marshmallow. So pick one marshmallow and put it in your mouth. I want you to make that sound and chew it. You have to make that sound, okay? So keep chewing, keep moving your jaws and make that sound. Yeah, okay, and then swallow it. And then make that sound. Yeah, one more time. This time, pick another flavor of marshmallow. If you pick chocolate before, maybe you want to pick a strawberry one or a fruity flavor, right? Mixed fruit or something. So let's pick another one. Put it in your mouth and just like a cow. Yeah. Swallow. Okay, now you're happy. And the last one is to do with a little bit of tongue twisters. So we warmed up our body and our voice. We warmed up our face right? And now we're going to warm up the insides of our face, inside of our mouth, the tongue. Okay. So we are going to say a few things on a beat. The beat is like this. All right. So I want you to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. All right. So I'm going to just ask one of the volunteers here who would like to be my volunteer. Raise your hand, raise your hand, raise your hand. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Okay, Gauravi it is. Gauravi, आपने सबसे पहले हाथ खड़ा किया. आप मेरी volunteer होंगे. Okay? जो जो मैं बोलती जा रही हूँ आप मेरे बाद repeat करेंगे. So it's like Gauravi is kind of the feedback that I would be getting from all of you, right? She is like the voice for all of you. But आपने बोलना है, आप सबने बोलना है. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now without the numbers, we're just going to do the beat. Gauravi, it's your chance so that I can keep hearing that you are doing, okay? After me, not with me. मेरे बात करना है, okay? 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, one more time. Okay, now purple peanut butter.
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 Teeny tiny toast.
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 And now the last one. Very carefully, all have to listen, okay? Put your purple peanut butter on a teeny tiny toast.
Put your purple peanut butter on a teeny tiny toast.
One more time. Put your purple peanut butter on a teeny tiny toast.
Your purple peanut butter on a teeny tiny toast.
Excellent. And we're going to try and say it in a different voice. And we're going to try and say it like a very nasty, naughty person, okay? Put your purple peanut butter on a teeny tiny toast. On the teeny tiny toast. Lovely. That was so good. Nice. The heart for you, okay? And you all can grab your chair and you can come back. And once you all sit, what we are going to do is we are going to throw our arms up in the air and we're going to say whoosh out loud. Okay? 1, 2, 3, and whoosh! Okay. If you all want to take a sip of water, this is the time when you can. Please hydrate yourself and catch your breath because you have done a very good warm-up. So again, we will talk about this, but as teachers, it is really important that you keep doing these warm-ups for yourself because we use our physical energy so much in the classroom. We also use a lot of our vocal energy in the classroom. So it's very important कि इनको भी हमें तंदुरुस्त रखना है एकदम, right? People go to the gym to keep themselves healthy. It's very important for us teachers to also keep ourselves healthy, right? So we have to keep doing these simple activities with our kids that will help them also and help us as well. All right. And now we are going to do a little bit of work. Okay. So we started with a sitting down work. Then we did some high energy work. Okay. And now again, we're going to sit down and do a little bit of work. All right. So I'm going to share my screen and show all of you something here. Okay, 1 second. There we go. And I'm just gonna share my slide. Once you see my screen, give me a thumbs up. Okay, thank you, Samida. Thank you, Shashikala and Chanchal. Thank you. Yes, I got double thumbs up. Okay. All right. So this is called the mood meter. Okay. Now, if you look at it, on this, there's one box which is divided into 4 quadrants. Don't worry, Chanchal, we will be giving you handbooks, I believe. Is that right, Shes? Yeah. So you will get a handbook with a list of all the activities that we cover in 3 days, and it will have this image. Okay. So abhi bilkul chinta karne ki zarurat nahi hai, and so we'll share these things with all of you. So mood meter. Okay, it's one square box divided into 4 quadrants. Each quadrant has a different color. Okay, so we can see there's red, yellow, blue, and green. On your x-axis, okay, which is down below the horizontal line, you have feelings, and on your y-axis, okay, there you see energy. Okay, so on the upside is the high energy, and on the lower side is the low energy. And in the feelings bar on the left hand side, it is unpleasant feelings, and on the right hand side, it is the pleasant feelings. So what is this? This is a device, a tool designed by someone called Mark Brackett. He's an emotional scientist, and he designed this for children and adults, okay, for emotional intelligence. We talk a lot about IQ, but now things are changing, and educators have started talking about emotional intelligence as well. So we're going to start and look at this, and we can understand this, how this works. Okay. So if you see the red one, what emotion is it showing? Can you put it in the chat box for me? गौरवी सेट कि मार्शमेलो की जगह हम गुलाब जामुन भी बिल्कुल, आप गुलाब जामुन जलेबी कुछ भी खा सकते हैं यार, मतलब पिज्जा बर्गर जो भी डालना है मुंह में डाल दो. ठीक है. That's a good connection, Gauravi. So yeah, the red one is showing anger, right? If you see, there's a lot of tense emotions, high energy emotions, anger, frightened, annoyed, tense, fear, all of this come into this box. Okay. And it is unpleasant, right? High energy, but unpleasant emotion. Okay. If you go and look at the low side, again unpleasant, but these are low energy ones. The blue one, where you're feeling sad, hopeless, drained, disappointed, right? Now let's look at on the right side. Again, let's look at high energy emotions, which are pleasant, which is happy and surprised and excited and hopeful. Yes, Nirmohi. Yes, all of you are guessing it rightly in the chat box. And with low energy, but still pleasant. You know, sometimes low energy emotions can also be pleasant, which are calm, peaceful, relaxed, fulfilled. Yeah. So this tool he created, and then the teachers started using them in their classrooms to gauge where their children are, in which mood they are, because a lot of the times the mood decides the engagement and the focus that the child will have in the classroom, right? अगर kids का, हमारे बच्चों का mood काफी ज्यादा high energy में है, high energy, frightened, annoyed, then what will happen? They will be all restless and distracted and everything, right? That's what happens when they are with too much energy, right? Either in the high zone, they are, frustrated and there's a lot of restlessness, or when they're happy but they're also high energy, then it goes into too much excitement also, right? And when it's in the lower energy, then also sometimes what happens, when they are sad, they are withdrawn, they're not listening to you, they're not engaging with you, right? So the aim of this is to understand where your children are, and therefore that will help you. That will give you the information. Ki, Acha, if this is how the general state of mind my children have uh, in the classroom, what do I need to do as a teacher? Because not everyone is going to be on the same page, and it is the teacher's job to make sure to bring everyone together, right? Someone's energy is high, someone's is low. How do you bring it to a balance in the class? You need information for that. This is a great tool where it gives you that opportunity to connect with your children better. How do we apply this? But how do we apply this? So we're going to play a game. All right. And a lot of the last 1 year on Zoom has been about treasure hunts and all of that, but we're going to give it a twist. हम अपना एक twist देंगे इसके लिए, right? So I'm going to ask you to think about how your last week has been. What was the most highlighting emotion for you? Was it a very frustrating week for you? Was it a very relaxed, calm week for you? Okay, what was it? Was it sad? Was it disappointing? You were looking forward to something but it did not work out, so you were disappointed. So what was that one emotion that was super highlighted for you? Take a moment to think about it, उसके बारे में सोचिए. जब आपको आंसर मिल जाए, when you have the answer, हाँ, that was the most highlighting emotion for me, we're going to try and first relate it to the color. कौन से color में ये fit होता है? Is it a red emotion? Is it a blue one? Is it a yellow one? Or is it a green one? Once you've done that, that's step number 2. Once you've done that, step number 3, you will find an object. Now, this is where the treasure hunt happens. Okay, so you're going to find an object of the same color and bring it. And then once everyone's got their objects, I will tell everyone to show their objects together. Okay? Clear? Sabko samajh mein aaya? Okay. So we're going to take a few seconds to just first connect with ourselves. How was the last 1 week? Once you have that answer, try and find where it fits in that grid, which category. Okay. And once you've got that, I want you to look for an object in the same color. Okay. You can get up and you can go and grab it if you don't have it around. I'll give you a few seconds to do that as well. Once you have it, just give me a thumbs up first before showing, and we will show each of our objects together. Okay, don't show it to me right now, Gauravi. Chanchal and Shashikala, abhi nahi dikhana hai. ठीक है, अभी सिर्फ if you've got it, just give me a thumbs up so I know अच्छा everyone's got it and we can move ahead. Pranita, you've got your object. Okay, Samidha, you've got your object. Great. Renuka, Kalpana, Sneha, and Pallavi, your videos are off, so if I can ask you to please put it on. Yes.
On only.
Sorry, there are 2 Pallavis. Is that you only from the other account as well?
No, ma'am, no.
So there is a Pallavi called Pallavi Mahaprolkar. Her video is off, so I was addressing her. Okay, anyway. So I think all of you got it now. On the count of 3, we are all going to show our objects on the gallery view. Okay, we'll hold it up and show at the same time, right? 1, 2, 3, and go. Okay, Chanchal, आपका भी दिखाइए साथ में. हाँ, I can see now. Both of you can hold it together. Shashikala and Chanchal साथ में. हाँ, अभी ठीक है. Okay, so I can see a lot of yellows and reds and oranges and one green. Samita, yours is red or white? Red. You're trying to show red, right? Yes. And there's Vidya's blue, and Pallavi, is this blue? Yeah. Okay. So we have so many different emotions. If you see, like not all of us were feeling yellow, right? Some of us had This sort of feeling where you were feeling angry or frustrated or frightened last week. Some of you were feeling happy last week, but there was some of you who felt disappointed or sad last week, and there was one of you who felt very calm and relaxed also last week, right? So when क्या होता है जब when we see this together, and or when we are doing it in different ways in the class together. Seema's is also green. Seema Tai's, okay. So Seema Tai and Sneha, you both had green, right? So what happens is when a child sees कि अरे सिर्फ मैं ही blue में नहीं हूँ. I'm not the only one holding blue. There's another friend of mine who also has held blue. That means both of us did have a bad time last week, but that's okay. I'm not alone in this, right? Okay, and even for the people who were in the yellow, they can still see, oh, my friend didn't have a very good time last week, and they will be more empathetic perhaps towards that child, that friend of theirs, right? So this is one way that you can inculcate empathy within your children, and it gives you uh, an idea that was it Sandhya who held, or was it Pallavi who Pallavi held blue? Who else? Vidya held blue. So yeah, Pallavi and Vidya ne blue cheese rakhi thi, right? They held something blue. So then, as teachers, we know ki okay, today I need to really focus on Vidya and Pallavi to make them come to a little bit of balance, right? And the ones who were in yellow, maybe some of them are super excited, high energy, and the ones even in red are that way. So how I can try and bring their energies down, right? Kinka energy I have to uplift, whose we have to bring down to bring them into balance. So not always, but the red is bad or the blue is bad, okay? And not always the yellow and the green is good. Let's just first understand, because emotions are neither good or bad. That is why there were words like pleasant and unpleasant, not good and bad. ठीक है? गुस्सा आना बुरी बात नहीं है, right? It's not bad. Sometimes when we get angry, we take action for something. It allows us, it motivates to speak our minds, to say something, right? That gussa fuels us with that, right? So sometimes that is important, right? Sometimes too much excitement, too much happiness will also be something like your kids are getting so distracted that they are not able to focus because there's just so much. आज किसी की birthday party है, आज राहुल की birthday party and the whole class is invited and all they can think is about the birthday party, and they're super excited about that, and so they're not paying attention in the class, right? So it's not necessary that yellow and green are always good, and that's where we need to go with our kids, okay? Neither does it mean that red and blue are bad and we need to avoid those are not welcome. All emotions are welcome, and all emotions are same. Like, you don't have to label them as bad and good, rather pleasant and unpleasant, okay? All right, so that was mood meter for all of you. You can start thinking how you can use this in your classroom. Some people just put up a chart also, the same chart, different colors, and they put emojis like we had in their classroom. And as the children are coming in, they're walking into the classroom, they just ask, the teachers ask you, okay, point out which one, how are you feeling today, right? And they point out, and so as they're entering the class, the information is already getting into the teacher's head. Yeah, you can do it online by using objects and things like that every day, a quick check-in. Okay, bring in an object, how are you feeling today? First few times it will take you a little bit of time to get your children to understand this, but after that, once they've got a hang of it, each time they come, they can they can bring a colorful colored toy. You can change it to different objects also, things like that, and they can bring in those materials if you're taking online classes with them. Okay, so that was mood meter, and now we're going to move ahead, and we're going to do a little bit of fun activity now that we've done some serious talking. Okay, so this one is a very favorite one of mine, especially if you're working with really small chintu bachas. Okay, so you see the screen, and sometimes it's difficult to engage them a lot physically, and sometimes they're not interested in using their whole body also. How do you start small then with them for something instead of the whole body? How do you start with something small where they're just using a little bit of action, little bit of gesture? We work with fingers. We worked with fingers in the beginning of this workshop using 5 fingers, right? Now we're going to move a little bit more into this. So this is a simple rhyme that I like to use in my class, and it teaches them numbers and things like that also. It's a great one to, just uplift their energy sometimes and get them to focus again. So we're going to try and do this together. So again, I'm going to invite you all to participate along with me. I will say the first line and then you will repeat that after me. Okay? So, first one is one finger, turn, turn, turn.
One finger, turn, turn, turn.
Neha, thank you for putting your mic on. So you will be my volunteer now. ठीक है, मैं बोलूंगी, आप repeat करेंगे. ठीक है? All right. And so ये हो गया पहला line. दूसरा, second sentence is turn, 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 turn to a worm. Crawl, crawl, crawl. Okay? Sneha, you have to say, you have to repeat. अपना mic on रखिए.
Turn, 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 turn,
To a worm.
turn to a
Worm. And crawl, crawl, crawl. Yes. Okay. Then two fingers. Turn, turn, turn.
two fingers, turn, turn, turn.
Turn, turn, turn. Turn to a rabbit and jump, jump, jump.
Turn, 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 and put your stomach and jump, jump, jump.
Yes. Turn, turn, turn to a rabbit and jump, jump, jump. Okay. Three fingers. Turn, turn, turn.
Three fingers, turn, turn, turn.
Turn, 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 and turn to a butterfly. Fly, fly, fly.
Turn, 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 and turn to a butterfly. Fly, fly, fly.
Remember in 5 fingers, we made 3-finger butterfly when you're doing high five and salute and all, right? Okay. And then 4 fingers. Turn, turn, turn.
Four fingers, turn, turn, turn.
Turn, turn, turn. Turn into a cat.
Turn, turn, turn. Turn into cat. Meow, meow, meow.
Good. And 5 fingers. Turn, turn, turn.
And 5 fingers, turn, turn, turn.
Turn, 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 and turn to a tiger and roll.
Turn, 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 and turn into tiger.
Oh, that was a lovely sound effect, Sneha. Big heart coming to you. That was super. Can we give a drama clap to Sneha for that lovely sound effect? Excellent. Okay. And now, so that was one more where you've done some serious work and you want to just play around with the energy. This is a quick way to do that. It hardly takes 2 minutes to do. Again, initially it might take you a while because you're teaching them the lines, but once they've got it, it will be much faster. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is, since we were playing with fingers, I want you to bring your 2 fingers together. Index finger and thumb. Okay. And I want you to open it and close it and open it and close it And you know what this is? This is a baby crocodile. Okay? It's a baby crocodile. Yes, Pranita, I can see you're already playing with it. Okay? So, this baby crocodile, I'm giving to all of you. Can you take it from the screen from me? Take it. Take it. Now you all have it. You all have this baby crocodile with you. Yeah? And now what we're going to do is each time this baby crocodile opens its mouth, we are going to inhale. We're going to breathe in. And each time the baby crocodile's mouth closes, we are going to exhale, breathe out. All right? So let's try. And breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. One more time. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. And one last one, very slow and gentle. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay. And I want you to keep this baby crocodile safely with you. Do you have a little jar or something or a bottle that you can put it into? Baby crocodile, can you put it inside that? Yeah. And then just put a lid maybe and put it there. Okay. That's your baby crocodile. That's your pet. Okay. So that was a little brain break that we can give our children during sessions. Yeah, breathing holes or brain breaks, right? And you can use that in your classrooms where, again, right, something even smaller than this finger action song, and you can just use this. Okay, so this is the baby crocodile breath. All right. Now is the time for the first notation for our segment 1, where we are going to recap all the activities that we have done so far, and we're going to discuss, okay, each activity. All right. This is the time when you can get your notebook out, your pen out, and you can make notes for yourself. ठीक है? और अब हम बात करेंगे, अब हम चर्चा करेंगे. So सबसे पहली एक्टिविटी किसको याद है, हमने क्या की थी? कौन बताएगा? कौन बताएगा? Who's going to tell us? Raise your hand. Who remembers? I'm trying to look at my screen. Is it? Yes, Gracie. Wow. Okay, Gracie, tell us. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, it was our 5-finger game. So 5 questions were asked, and we had to close our fist. And if the answer is yes, put your finger.
Yes, absolutely. So why do you think we did it, and how do you think it helps? This is not just for Gracie, this is for all of you, this question. क्या लगता है हमने ये क्यों किया और इससे हमें क्या what are the things that we are trying to impart, or what are the skills that we are trying to use of the children while doing this 5-finger activity? Yes, Shashikala, you raise your finger, tell me.
Yes, I feel, ma'am, because this could be one concentration game where the child can concentrate and focus on one thing.
Okay, all right. Yes, it could be. Simata is saying listening. Yes, very important. They have to listen to the questions before they can respond with the answers. Chanchal, yes.
Gathering all children's attention.
Renuka, wait. I'll come to you after Chanchal. ठीक है? Renuka, मैं आपको
Thank you, ma'am. Change the mood for the session, and with the excitement, change the mood for the excitement, and what is the session now?
Okay, all right. How do you imagine doing that? Can you help me explain?
Yes. Actually, I was so excited. What she is going to do this, all the things are so very focusedly. I was just watching it.
Oh, that's a good one. You gave me your example. So sometimes बच्चे बहुत excited होते हैं, and this just gives them the opportunity to settle down with that energy and focus. So that's a good one. Okay, then Renuka, you were telling us.
So gathering all the children's attention, so they are on the one page and they will start the activity.
Yes, you're getting all of them to tune in and focus together. Also, while we are making these connections and understanding, I also want you to start thinking how you can use it in relation to your curriculum also. ठीक है? आप इसे अपने subject से कैसे adapt कर सकते हैं और subject के लिए कैसे use कर सकते हैं. Pranita, you're raising your hand. Please share.
For engaging the children's attention, to engage them.
Engage
Right,
them.
yes.
Okay. Yes. Engagement, doing something together, listening, where you're calling out the questions and they're responding with answers. What else do you think this is helpful for? This is a pre-number activity also. Seema ji, आप मुझे बताएंगे what do you mean pre-number activity?
It's like a learning, like beginning of the numbers learning. When you are saying one, so you have to show one finger. When we are saying two, so
Right.
two, like these are preschool children. They are,
Right.
if we are doing this activity, so two they should understand, and it's still five only. We are not taking more than five.
Right.
So if we want, we can take with three also, not
Okay.
five. So it's pre-number also.
Interesting. That's one way of looking at it. Yes. How about as teachers, you are getting to know your children. New academic session will start. You don't know anything about them, and if you want to ask them some questions to know them, you can do it to understand them. You can also put them into pairs if it is possible for you, and they could ask each other those questions. Like in the physical space, it's much easier to do it with the smaller kids, chintu bachas. ऑनलाइन जूम में उनको ब्रेकआउट रूम में डाल के आप कर सकते हैं, बट उसके लिए को टीचर होनी चाहिए एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट, सो दैट बिकम्स अ लिटिल थिंग. बट इफ यू गेट द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू डू इट इन द फिजिकल स्पेस, यू कैन इवन पुट देम इनटू groups, and each of them you can select questions, like what questions they want to ask, and they can ask those questions to their partners, and then they get to know each other also. Someone else also raised their hands. You can use the Zoom hands also. So then you will be lined up on top of my gallery view, and I know अच्छा किसको chance देनी है. ठीक है? Sneha, yes. Sorry.
Asking questions also, ma'am. Children aware and alert. What questions the
Yes.
teacher asks that. So
Yes.
yeah, that also
Yes.
will learn.
Awareness. So the very good word here is the awareness. Okay, you're working on the children's awareness. This awareness could be about themselves. This awareness could be about the world around. This awareness could be about other people. It could be the family members. When in curriculum we are teaching them about these different topics, family, hygiene, right? You can actually tweak these questions related to those topics. So when I was asking you questions, and if mera curriculum mein subject topic hai health and hygiene, that's the topic that I have to work. So I'm asking you, did you brush your teeth? Did you eat a vegetable? Did you exercise? These are all questions about health and hygiene, right? All right. If you are asking them about family members, if you're doing family members, me, myself, and my family, if that is a family tree or something, you can ask them questions like that based on that. So based on your concepts, based on your subject. So this can also be a quick way of checking in, or a reflection activity, checking in the prior knowledge, unko kitna already pata hai before you start a topic. But it could also be after you have finished the topic, how much they have retained, like a reflection. आज हमने अगर weather के बारे में पढ़ा, summer and winter and monsoon, इसके बारे में पढ़ा है, seasons, okay? So after completing the topic, you ask them questions, okay? Does it rain? Which is it summer that it rains in? If it's a yes, pick your put your finger up. Okay, is it hot in winter? Yes or no? Okay, is it cold in winter? Yes or no? So you can ask these kind of questions, and they're just giving you answers, and okay, this child has understood this concept, this hasn't, so I probably need to work a little bit more with these number of kids and all. Sandhya, you've raised your hand. Please share.
Yes, ma'am. And all children are not comfortable to speak. So
Yes.
these options are very good for them.
Exactly.
They
Yes.
are shy, they are here, so they want to do actions only. They don't
Right.
want to share.
Right.
So it is good for them.
Absolutely wonderful, Sandhya. Thank you so much. If you remember in the beginning, when I was playing the five fingers activity and I asked you how many of you brushed your teeth last night. And I was the one, I think, but then I saw a few of you were like, oh, I'm not alone. मेरे साथ विद्या भी है जिसने brush नहीं किया है. So thank you for remembering that, Sandha. Because yes, then it's again, if you're trying to ask these questions, what happens is they are not feeling afraid, they're not feeling put on the spot, they're not feeling nervous. Okay, they're not also, and if you're asking some personal questions, then also they're not feeling shy or awkward because they're like, okay, there are other people also, I'm not the only one, right? That's how I said that it helps in building empathy as well, right? So these are some of the things that we look at when we are conducting this activity. All right, who remembers what we did after this? Shazia just made a baby crocodile on her finger, and I'm going to very quickly spotlight Shaz for everybody. She's got the jaws of the baby crocodile with a marker on her finger. And she's got the eye and all the little green. So you can play around like that as well. You know, कभी अपने भी finger को थोड़ा paint कर लिया sketch pen से तुरंत, then you can make it playful and show it. And it looks really nice on the Zoom screen when you do all these little playful things with them. Okay. So yes, Sampada, you raised your hand.
Yeah. So, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes.
Yes. Second activity we have done beat game. So put your purple peanut butter on your teeny tiny toes. So it was very nice activity and tongue twister.
Yes, you remember the tongue twister. So this was a body and voice warm-up. Okay, we used the entire body and we used our voice and we warmed it up. Okay, now is the question, why did we do this? Kyun kiya humne ye? Some things I shared with you at that point also, but let's see if you remember what more connections can you make with this. Anyone? You can raise your hand and you can let us know why did we do this. Yes, Chanchal.
Voice clarity, ma'am. If
Yes.
some children are facing difficulty, if they can see they can say that, so maybe they will be develop their.
Absolutely, Chanchal. So if you're working with preschool students and pre-primary students, this is the time when their speech is developing, right? And the speech is getting clearer and clearer. And how that happens, you have to work with their articulators, you have to work with their resonators, you have to work with articulators. Kya hote hai? Our teeth, our tongue, our jaw, our palate. Okay, those are the five articulators. And वो tongue twisters में बहुत अच्छे से इस्तेमाल होते हैं, right? The lips, the teeth, the jaws, the palate, and the tongue. 5 articulators. And so when we use tongue twisters, there are some tongue twisters which only use p, b, m, which is with the lips. So purple peanut butter, we're using our lips. Okay. Teeny tiny toast, we're using our teeth, right? You want to use the tongue with your kids, then you use something which is the l, red, r, and l tongue twisters, the tongue twisters which have letter R and L. Okay, then there are some that hit the palate or behind g, k, yeah, those are the ones with G and C sounds. Okay, so you can use these, you can keep changing the tongue twisters, and it's a playful thing that you do with them with a beat and a rhythm, so they get a sense of that as well, and you are working on their speech development. Okay, why, what is the other reason, why did we do this, what skills do you imagine, what is the objective of doing this activity, और क्या हो सकता है? Yes, Sandhya.
Ma'am, coordination also. Coordination, hand and what you are saying. So it is going hand in hand. So that is.
Yes, it is that, and they are watching you, so it is hand-eye coordination as well. वो आपको देख के भी कर रहे हैं, so it's their hand-eye coordination, so their motor skills. So as Chanchal said that their speech is developing, their motor skills are also developing during this age, right? So therefore we are trying to use our body. We did the shoo fly and out. We used our legs. We tried to stand on one leg, right? So we're trying to figure out balance. We're working on their motor skills as well, right? So physical, because we're physically involving the body. Anything else? You forgot yourselves in this.
Mouth exercise. It is a mouth exercise.
It is an exercise. You're warming them up, you know. कई बारी बच्चे बहुत सुस्त आते हैं एकदम, मतलब जैसे अभी सो जाएंगे क्लास के अंदर. How do you get them to wake up? Yeah, how do you get that energy back? So you can play this game to get that energy back, not just physically but mentally and vocally also, right? And for yourself, remember I told you as teachers it's important for us to also be physically and vocally active, and you know, keep taking care of these things. हमें उसकी भी मरम्मत रखनी है, उसको भी तंदुरुस्त रखना है. So it's very important that how we use our body. So this warm up, if we do every day, it's important for us also. Class से पहले you can only start with this a little bit of warm, because what happens, we strain our voice. हम कई बारी थोड़ा ज्यादा जोर से बोलते हैं या इतना दिन भर में बोलते हैं that sometimes we lose our voices. It happens to all of us. But if we try and do this activity where you're using your breath and you're using movement and everything, then you're exercising your stamina, you're exercising your vocal strength as a teacher. So it's helpful for you as well. Yeah. And physically also. It's also an imagination activity if you look at it. Because I asked you to imagine a marshmallow. I asked you to imagine that there is a tiger. Come on, little tiger. Come on, little tiger. Ouch! Yeah, he got bit by the tiger. These things. There's some floating marshmallow that you put. So when we did the floating marshmallow, it's actually exercising your articulators, because your jaws are moving, right? You're using your breath. Breath is very important. So that's the tiger breath in theater that we call. So that is happening where you're sighing, releasing all the tension, releasing all the tiredness out. Yeah. So it's a good imagination activity also. And you can make another rhyme. You don't have to go only with shoo, 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 fly. आप अपने से भी कोई 3-4 लाइनें सिंपल ऐसे लिख करके उसमें थोड़े एक्शंस डाल के, यू कैन मेक दिस वार्म अप योरसेल्फ आल्सो. हिंदी में कर सकते हैं, इंग्लिश में कर सकते हैं, कोई साइंस के टॉपिक के साथ अगर आपको करना है तो उसके साथ कर सकते हैं. रिमझिम बारिश, यू आर यूजिंग योर टीथ like that. Okay, so you can do things like that also. Rhymes from our childhood also. Yes. Okay, so that was our body and voice warm up. Let's move ahead, and then what did we do after this? Yes, Seema. Seema, you had a question earlier also.
We done mood meter. You show the mood meter and the colors also, red, green.
Yes.
Which one is the pleasant, which one is the unpleasant, and accordingly we can put it in our classroom, that chart. We can ask child also. And you have said that we can welcome all the moods, like sad hai, angry hai, so aise nahi ki we don't have to be welcome them. We have to involve all the moods. All emotions are important.
Yes, all emotions are important. Exactly. So who will tell me why did we do this apart from these, and how do you imagine doing this in your classroom? If there are any ideas that you have in your mind कि मैं इसको ऐसे भी खेल सकती हूँ अपने बच्चों के साथ, so if you can share that with us. Anyone? Is there anyone who's raising their hand? You can use your digital hand also if I can't see your. Yes, Pallavi.
So ma'am, here we are focusing for everyone. Because we are welcoming all the emotional, and also we are focusing the child also. So if the child is nervous, if he is sad, so why he is nervous? So we can focus that child also.
Yes.
In that group. So we can work with that child. So
Yes.
why? So today focus on these two child. So how can I make them happy?
Yes.
Make them attention to this session.
Yes. What else? Yes, Samita.
Yeah, so as we have discussed, we are welcoming all the emotions. These are the emotion. It's not we are planning and emotional comes. Emotional comes anytime, any things. So as we are wanted to work with children, and as we believe each child is different, and then they think in a different way also. So if we do this kind of activity, we will get to know how the children are facing things around them. Like, if I am angry, it's okay to be angry, but how oftenly I am doing it, how oftenly I feel angry. So, hello.
Yes, yes, I can hear you, Samita. Yes.
Thank you.
How openly I can feel angry, you said, and that's a beautiful thing to say because, as you said, we have to welcome each emotion. Yes, then?
Yes. So, if I am feeling regularly angry, or how much time I am giving for that anger. So, all these observations we can note it down, and we can work with that child, or we can work with our own self.
Yes.
And we can plan some of the activities, and we will come with that. Not only I'm talking about angry, but calm, happiness, all emotionals are important, and we will work.
Exactly. So you all are talking about all emotions are happy. Let me give you a few examples. Usually when somebody asks you, hi, how are you? What is your response?
Good. Thank you.
I'm good. Everything changa yaar. Sab badhiya, sab badhiya. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine. But are you?
No.
We are conditioned. Okay, somebody asks us, we don't even take a moment's pause to actually register that question कि उसको ढंग से सुने समझे और फिर respond करे, right? किसी ने पूछा how are you? हाँ, I'm fine. How are you? तुरंत automatic robot की तरह है ना? So that awareness, even as adults, it's very limited. We have a very limited vocabulary also of the emotions that we use for ourselves. ठीक है, ज्यादा से ज्यादा किसी ने अगर ऑब्जर्व करा दे, read your facial expression or something and then say, अरे यार क्या बात है, today you are not looking, fine, is everything okay? Then you say, हाँ यार ठीक है, थोड़ा mood खराब है, या again, we are not articulate ourselves as adults. Imagine with children how difficult it must be to tell you or tell adults how they are feeling, right? When we ask children also that question, they struggle in expressing and communicating sometimes to us because they don't have the vocabulary to do that. So you are giving them, you're introducing them this vocabulary. You can start with very little kids, you can start with this 4 basic words: angry, happy, sad, and calm. Okay, but as they are growing, maybe आपने 1 month सिर्फ इन 4 words के साथ काम किया. Next month, you worked where you added more. If you saw in that graph that I showed you, along with anger, there were other words. Frightened was written. You tell them what frightened means. So then they understand that also. Then there was colors also. There's a reason why colors were also put. Because sometimes when the child doesn't have, the word in the vocabulary, but they know how it feels. It's feeling unpleasant and it's very super high. It's making me all this, so he can just point out it's red, or he can just show you, he or she can just show you the color, and that gives you information as well. So you're giving them that vocabulary, emotional vocabulary, to communicate with you. Again, you can change the colors. So when you're introducing this mood meter with your children, what you can do is you can ask them only what color does it feel like, and taking everyone's consensus, maybe especially with slightly older kids, the ones who work with say grade 2 and 3 over here, you can do that with them. Ki, acha, how do you feel, happy? Which color does it feel like? Maybe grade 2 and 3 people will say it feels more like orange for us. And you can create your own personalized mood meter in the class where everyone agrees with acha, theek hai, we'll go with this color for this emotion and this color for that emotion, right? But with the younger ones, we have to first start with the framework. So you can start with the same framework with them, and as they grow older, then you can play around with that. It could be a rainbow also. It doesn't have to be with the older ones, it could be a rainbow of colors. It doesn't have to be just a square of these 4, right? In fact, mood meter ka ek app bhi aata hai. You all can, check that out for yourselves also. And it's so beautifully well articulated. There are so many emotions that even when I looked at it, I was like, oh, yeah, it's this emotion also. There is an emotion that, embarrassed. Where does embarrassed go? Maybe it goes in the blue. There is an emotion that talks about curiosity. Where does curiosity go? Maybe it goes in yellow, right? So these things are there, right? It's very important how we recognize, how we label, and then how do we express, and then how do we regulate. Okay, because जब तक हम recognize नहीं करेंगे कि ये क्या है, हम regulate करने पे भी नहीं पहुंच सकते. So it's important to start with recognizing कि क्या emotion है, उसको label किया, उसको understand किया, express किया, understand किया, and then regulate किया. Let's talk a little bit about very quickly about regulation. So if a child say is in the red zone, feeling very angry and high energy, how can we bring it down? Usually it is told to teachers, you can give them paper to draw, you can give them paper to tear, you can give them newspaper to crumple, because there's so much of energy coming out. You need to engage all that physical energy into something, because otherwise they become very feisty and they're like pushing somebody and they're very irritable. They don't want anyone to touch them and all. So what activities you can do to regulate their emotions then? Yes. So if it's anger, you can give them something clay to work with, because then they're using. हम खुद भी करते हैं, जब गुस्सा आता है बर्तन धोने चले जाते हैं या कपड़े तय लगाने चले जाते हैं घर के अंदर, या सफाई करना शुरू कर देते हैं, क्योंकि हमें भी वो एनर्जी निकालनी है, right? It automatically happens. Our system works like that to release all that energy out of our body, right? And then when you want them to be calm, right, you can ask them to walk on grass, you can help them listen to good music, breathing exercise, the baby crocodile breaths that we did, that helps the calm thing, right? So you can start thinking about that also. There's a lot of information available online. If you just Google, you'll find tons and tons of ideas for this that might help you. All right, let's move on. What did we do after this? Very quickly. इसके बाद क्या क्या था? कौन बताएगा? कौन बताएगा? Sampada?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you unmute yourself to give us the answer? What did we do after Peter?
Ma'am, actually, in between, I left out by mistakenly.
No problem, no problem. So we did one check-in activity for mood meter where I asked you to bring in an object. Okay, so that is one way of doing it in your online sessions as well. Okay, after that, what did we do? Yes, Seema.
We have done serious discussion. Like you.
Discussion about the mood meter. Yes, I know.
Yeah, and in that means you have told to Sneha that activity with a finger you have done, like crawling. I don't know the exact sentence, I don't remember, but that you have done, and you named that activity as a serious discussion. Now we'll do some serious discussion.
This discussion was the talk about the mood meter. Okay, because हमने बहुत सारी चर्चा करी, बात करी, PPT आपको दिखाई, तो वो serious चर्चा. The one that we did with the fingers, that's called magic fingers. Okay?
Magic fingers, okay.
Because we are using numbers, we're teaching them numbers, and then we're turning it into something magically, into different animals and things like that, right? Why did we do that? Can anyone tell me what skills and what objectives? Any idea who's raising their hand? Is there anyone raising their hand?
One finger, two fingers.
Yes. Yes. Yes, Renuka.
Yes, ma'am. So with adding fingers, teachers are using different language. With animals' name, they can use their fingers as a rabbit. They can act like a cat. So uses of finger with the language, with the expression.
Yes, absolutely. We're working on all these things again. It's a song, right? It's like a rhyme. It's like a poem. So when rhymes and songs, when we practice that, information gets into the system very quickly. So if you're teaching them animals, it's a very good way to teach them animals, because you're doing it in a song format, using their body. There's a whole bodied experience of learning something. That's very important in drama. When you engage the body and the senses, then the grasping of all the information is 10 times more than what it is actually if you're there just looking at the blackboard or the screen and just seeing you talk. And ये सबसे ज़्यादा important छोटे बच्चों के साथ भी है, right? So you're engaging their entire body. That way they're getting the information. You're teaching them different animals. You can make them also say the sounds of different animals that way, right? So when the cat came, we did the meow, meow, and then the tiger came, we did the roar, and Sneha gave us such lovely roaring sounds, yeah. So you can create your own again. You can create a fish. You can create a say an elephant. You know, 5 fingers can also be elephant, and this is the elephant ears, yeah, and they can do that. So you can keep changing it. So whenever we are working with patterns, when they are working with rhyming, it's working on their memory as well. Okay, so that is also happening with that, and it's an energizer as well. So whenever again you're seeing the energy being dropped and you want to uplift their energy, this is a fun activity to do these songs in between the classes. And Seema mentioned serious discussion that we had before that. So if you see the way I have arranged my plan for the day to day, something we started with low energy while sitting, 5 fingers. Then we did the whole body and voice movement where we engaged our entire body. So high. Then again we sat down, low energy. So you also play around, because if you will have a lot of high stacked together one by one, they will drain out and they will get exhausted and they'll get tired. If you're stacking only low energy activities in your class, what will happen? They will keep withdrawing, so bored ho jayenge, so jayenge, and all of that. So we have to play around with the energy levels in our plan as well. What activity is going to come next after this? How do I keep that in mind? Okay. All right. So, and then after that, what did we do? We did something very small, cute. Yes, Sandhya.
Crocodile, ma'am. Crocodile. Crocodile act.
The baby crocodile. Okay. That was a breathing activity, a breathing tool, right? So in between, they can all, you can say, take out your baby crocodile from your pockets. It's time for them to, just breathe in and breathe out a little bit. And they can do that and play around. You can ask each one of them to give a name to their crocodile. It could be Crocky, it could be Mugger, it could be Much, whatever. Okay. And they can name their crocodiles, and you can bring it time to time into your class for belly breathing into your class. All right, so that is what we did in between. All right, and now that we have sat down and we've discussed so much, it's time for us to get up again, right? So we're gonna stand up. Thank you, Gauravi. We're gonna all stand up, and this is a very fun activity that I love playing with my kids again, because they love these things. It's a physical warm up again, but I will talk about it again in our next notation segment. So we're going to stand up, and I'm going to tell you that I have this small little bean bag with me, which is full of beans inside. Okay. So I'm going to take out one bean out of it. And when I tell you which bean it is, you have to try and look like that bean. Okay. So let me take out. Oh, this one is a string bean. It is so long. How are we going to look like a string bean? Really long and thin and tall. Can you be on your tippy toes and reach the sky? Touch the ceiling? Be on the tippy toes, really long string bean. Okay, lovely. All right. And the next one from my bean bag is a broad bean. It is really broad and wide. How far can you stretch your legs and your arms? All the way to the right and all the way to the left. Stretch, 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 and be wide. And can you make your face also really wide and big? Eyes and mouth. Yes. Okay. Next one. Oh, this one. This one's a soya bean. It just loves sleeping. So can we all, ideally I ask children to lie down on the floor. I'm just asking you to just do the sleeping action. But we use different levels. So at this point you tell them to lie down on the floor and be like a soya bean. Okay. And the next one is called, let me see. Oh, it is so small and so tiny. This one's called a chota bean. So can you all become like really small and tiny? Go down completely. Sit down on the floor, on the chair. Get your knees together. Get your knees together and hug them. Like this, I'll show you. So you've gone really down and you are like this, hugging your knees. You've become into the tiniest, smallest shape, like a ball. Yeah, chota bean. Okay, and let me pull one more out. Oops, 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 oops. Oh my god. This one's wobbling so much. It's called the jelly bean. So you're going to wobble like a jelly bean. Wobble like a jelly bean. Yes. Okay. Now the fun begins. Who will tell me? Show of hands. How many beans did I take out from my bean bag? Show me. Fingers. How many? Was it 4? Was it 5? Was it 3? How many? Pallavi is saying 5. A lot of you are saying 5. Yes, you're right. High 5. Okay, so there are 5 beans. String bean, broad bean, soya bean, chota bean, jelly bean. Okay, now I am going to put all of them back in my bean bag and I'm going to give it a good mix. Shake, 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 shake. Now any bean will come out of this and you have to do the action super quick. Okay? All right, let's see how many of you remember how strong your memory is. Okay, and the first one is string bean. Very quick, Sita. You can't be slow. Super fast. The moment I say, you have to do the action. Okay, and next one is chota bean. Really small, tiny, 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 tiny. And next one, broad bean. Soya bean. Jelly bean. And broad bean. And string bean. I confused some of you. So I can trick you also like this. Okay, and soya bean. Seema Tai. I got you. Okay, soya bean. And chota bean. And jelly bean. Yes, okay. And arms in the air and we say whoosh. 1, 2, 3, go and whoosh. And you all can come and sit back on your seat. Okay. We can do it with gestures as well. We can do it in many different ways. Again, we will speak about this in our notation. Now, let the fun begin a little bit more. I am going to show you a picture and you are going to guess what picture it is, okay, of whose, and then I'm going to ask you the next question. So whoever can guess the picture will raise their hand, okay? What is this? Gauravi, unmute yourself, please. Yes, so it's a rooster, okay? Yeah, a rooster, a hen or a chicken, yeah? Now, and she made a beautiful sound. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Gauravi, I am going to ask you to give us an action as well. How does a chicken walk? Okay, and can you add your cock-a-doodle-doo with this while walking? Cock-a-doodle-doo. Yes, lovely. Thank you for becoming a very cute movie for us. Okay, and I hope I spotlighted Gauravi. I hope you saw her action, the way she walked and the way she sounded. We're going to do the same thing right now. Okay, so let us all see a very lively, cock-a-doodle-doo that Gauravi gave us. Walk, 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 and cock-a-doodle-doo. Can you all do that? 1, 2, 3, go. Everyone together. 1, 2, 3, go. All right. And let's look at the next one. Let's see who can guess this. What is this? What is this? Who's where? Except Gauravi, who else is going to be? Kalpana.
Crab.
A crab. So Kalpana, you're going to show us how a crab moves. How does a crab move?
Okay. Let's move like.
Use your body.
Okay, body.
Yes.
Okay, move like.
Okay. Yes. And you know what? It does. It actually moves side to side if you see a crab.
Yeah, I like this. Like.
From yes, very good. So just do it one more time, Kalpana. Let's start from one
So
side.
you like this?
Left side. Keep your crabby claws. Okay, crabby claws. Out.
Okay, you can move like this. The left side, right side.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we saw Kalpana doing this beautiful crab walk for us. Okay, and we are all going to walk like a crab with our crabby claws. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and go. Everyone together. Okay, lovely. All right, next one for all of you. Who is going to guess what this is? Sampada.
Okay, it's rain.
It's rain. So can you show us a lovely rain shower?
It's
I'm going to
rain.
spotlight you, and I'm going to invite you to stand up and do it for us. Okay. And you can add some sound effects. Mast barish ho rahi hai. Show. Arre, wow. And what is the sound for this barish? Can you add the sound? Oh, lovely. Barish now. Definitely. Okay, so can we all do this? 1, 2, 3, go. And so nice. That beautiful smile Sampada that had now, it was like inviting me so much. Like
Thank you.
Pani, it reminded her of that. Let's do one more. And what is this? Who is going to say? Who? Nirmohi.
Baby
Elephant. Nirmohi, I am going to spotlight you, and you are going to give us the action and the sound for the elephant.
Okay.
Okay, and how does it walk? Can you take a few steps also, Nirmohi? And sound. So do the walk. Okay, very good. Lovely. So let us all try Nirmohi's action. And let's make a trunk. I always get confused. Okay. And we're going to walk, take a few steps, and then make that sound. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. Another way of making elephant is this. Because elephants have big giant ears. You can make an elephant like that as well. And you know, kids will come up with their own ideas also. So remember, there is no right and wrong. It's their imagination that they are playing with. Okay. Last one. What do you see? What is this? Giraffe. Yes, Samida. So Samida, you're going to walk like a very elegant giraffe for us. And you can go slightly back also if there's space. Nice. So I believe that Samida is actually using her hand, yes, and showing us. Okay. So everybody, you're gonna be a really tall, elegant giraffe. Nice, doing a lovely walk. The giraffe is probably on a catwalk ramp. Okay.
Your toes, walk on your toes.
Yes, we're gonna walk on our toes with our hand really up high like that. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, go. Really tall, elegant giraffes walking. Okay, everybody, and come back. Let us sit down. So, This activity is called the magic walks, where you can use placards, okay, some images on the screen and ask them to guess. And you can ask one child and let them, express it in their own way, and everyone can copy and accept each other's ideas that way. Okay, so that was magic walks with images. You could think of clouds floating. You could think of a bee flying in the room. How would it be buzzing? You could do a cow mooing, all that. You could even do snake slithering, okay, and making the hissing sound. So different things you can do with them using just images. All right, let's move ahead. And it's time to check our baby crocodiles, everybody. Remember, you put them into a bottle or into a glass. Yeah, but I can't see it. It's not there anymore. Where did it go? I want you to look around in your room. Where is it? You gave it a name, no? You gave it a name? Yeah, I want you to call it out by its name. Where are you, Crocky? Crocky! Oh. Crocky has grown really big in all this time. It just went around in my kitchen and ate lots and lots of food, and now it's become so big. It's become a giant crocodile now. Yeah? Can we all see a giant crocodiles? Okay, so same thing we're going to do this time. Each time the giant crocodile's mouth opens, we are going to breathe in. Take a big giant breath this time. Okay, it's not the baby breath. All right, and each time the giant mouth closes, we are going to exhale very deeply. Okay, so let's try and inhale big from your nose and exhale. Blow it all out. One more time. Inhale, expand. Okay, you can even do it sideways if you don't have much room in front of you. There's not space, so do it sideways. And so we were here, inhale and then exhale. And one more time. Inhale, big, and exhale. Okay, lovely. This time we even worked on our chest expansion. We did a little bit of stretching with this one, and our backs got stretched and our arms got stretched and our chest expanded, and we took bigger breaths this time. Okay, so we're gonna let giant crocodile, our Crocky, be in the room gently. It's just going to move around and do its own business. That's okay. Thank you for coming here, giant crocodile. Now, let's move on to the next activity. How many of you have heard the story of the monkey and the crocodile? Yes or no? Yes or no? Have you heard the story of Bandar or Magarmachh ki kahani? Yeah? You all remember the story of the monkey and the crocodile? एक बंदर था और एक मगरमच्छ था. Okay, so Renuka doesn't. How many of you don't? Can you show me? Give me a thumbs down if you don't remember the story of the monkey and the crocodile. That's okay. No problem. We will anyway go through the story right now together. Okay? So we're going to do a recap of the story with everybody, but we're going to do it in an interesting manner. We will be using our body. We will be using our voice, right? Because that's something that we have been working on today quite a lot. All right. So once there was a very happy monkey. Who can show me a very happy monkey action? Seema Tai, I am going to spotlight you. Everyone watch Seema Tai's action of a happy monkey. Can you repeat, Seema? Seema, आप अपना action दोबारा.
मोबाइल में मेरा पूरा जियो चला गया. Nothing is working.
मोबाइल में कुछ चला गया है. कौन है? Somebody said you need help with tech. Anybody? Okay, did all of you see Seema Tai's action? Yeah? We're gonna repeat the same action of the happy monkey. Okay? 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah? She did this and then she did this. Okay, so she scratched her armpits and then she's like, yeah, dancing and happy monkey. Okay, so once there was a happy monkey, okay, who lived on a mango tree. Who will show us the mango tree? Raise your hand. Renuka, you will be a mango tree that's fully laden with lots and lots of juicy mangoes. So can you show us how this mango tree looks like? Okay, and it's got lots and lots of juicy mangoes on it. Yeah? Yes! Yes, nice. That's a lovely mango tree swing with the wind and all of that. Lovely. Thank you, Renuka. You all did that action with Renuka, yeah? Okay. Then we're going to say whoosh. Okay, we're going to say whoosh. All right. So there was a happy monkey who lived on a mango tree. Then a lonely crocodile chanced upon him and got chatting. How will a lonely crocodile look like? Who is going to show us a lonely crocodile action? Gauravi is showing us a lonely crocodile action. Let us look at hers. Look, this lonely crocodile's mouth is also so small. Like, it's somewhere in between of this baby and this giant. It's like this. And look at her facial expression. So I want all of you to copy that. Yeah? Okay. All right. So, and he chanced upon and he started chatting with the monkey. Yes. Maybe he said, hey, how are you? So can we say it in a crocodile voice and say, hey, how are you? Can you all say that? Hey, how are you? Okay. And maybe the monkey says, I am fine. How are you? Yeah. I am fine. How are you? Okay, lovely. All right. And so then maybe the crocodile asks, what are you eating? And then monkey says, I am eating mangoes. Yeah. And he plucks one mango and gives the mango to the crocodile. So you all give it. Okay. And then the crocodile takes the mango and he eats. Ooh, these are juicy. I love them. Okay, so then the monkey feels generous and the monkey gives him more mangoes. Yeah, he says, okay, take some for you and for your family. So he gives him more mangoes, more. Okay, catch. And the crocodile starts catching all of them in his mouth. Yeah, okay. And now the crocodile goes back home swimming. Who's going to show us the crocodile swimming back home? Who is going to show us? Yes, Pallavi, I'm going to spotlight you. And you're going to show us the crocodile swimming back home. It's swimming back home. Oh, that's such a lovely action. Nice. So the crocodile is swimming back home. Yes, we could do this as an action as well. All right. Chanchal is requesting to get admitted again. I've just let her in. Okay. And now he meets Mrs. Crocodile. Who is going to show us how Mrs. Crocodile looks like? Who is going to show us? Raise your hand. How is Mrs. Crocodile going to look like? What's the action from Mrs. Crocodile? Sita, would you like to try being Mrs. Crocodile? Yeah, let's see. Oh, wait, I had to spotlight Sita, but Chanchal is showing what's wrong. But, oh, yeah, Sita is showing. Yes. Yeah. And So Mr. Crocodile is like that. Yeah. Lonely and sad. That's his expression. His chin is down. And Mrs. Crocodile's chin is really up. And her hand is here. And she's like, Yeah. She's like all this. Okay. So Mrs. Crocodile says, what is this that you have got? Can you all say that? What is this that you have got? Mr. Crocodile. Or we can even do this way. Let's try it this way. So this is Mrs. Crocodile and this is Mr. Crocodile. They're both talking to each other. Okay. So Mrs. Crocodile says, what is this that you have got? You have to say the dialogues for yourself, okay? And then Mr. Crocodile, I met a monkey friend today and he gave me these juicy mangoes. I met a monkey friend today and he gave me juicy mangoes. And now Mrs. Crocodile is going to taste them, eat them. So she goes, crunch, crunch, crunch. Ooh, so juicy and lovely. Yes. And then it strikes her. And then Mrs. Crocodile tells Mr. Crocodile, I want the juicy, sweet heart of your monkey friend. Okay? She says, I want the juicy, sweet heart of your monkey friend. If you love me, you will bring me his heart. If you love me, you will bring me his heart. Okay? What happens to the crocodile, Mr. Crocodile? Can anyone tell me what's going on in his mind now? What he must be saying? What he must have responded with? आगे से क्या बोला होगा Mr. Crocodile ने?
No, I can't do that.
I can't do that. Oh, lovely. So Chanchal, I'm going to spotlight you. You want to be this sad one, lonely crocodile with his chin down, with his hand out, and you're just Chanchal, use your hand, your crocodile mouth. Yeah. And say, no.
I can't do that.
No, I can't do that. Everyone is going to read that.
No, I can't do that.
Excellent, very good. Okay, Mrs. Crow, I don't care. I don't care. Okay, and so now he is in a dilemma. Mr. Crocodile is in a dilemma. He's really worried. Yeah, super worried. Like now his face, which was lonely, is now worried. Like now he's got a frown as well. He doesn't know what to do. Oh no. So he swims back. Does anyone remember the swimming action we did? He swims back. So let's swim back to the shore where the mango tree is. Okay. And he invites Monkey to dinner. Okay. So he says, hey. So what was the voice for Mr. Crocodile? It was heavy. So he says, hey, Monkey, will you please come for dinner? My wife really loved the juicy, sweet mangoes, and she would like you to come for dinner. Okay? Monkey is really happy. Remember the happy monkey? So we're going to do the happy monkey action. And he's going to say, yes, why not? I will come. I will jump right away. So he jumps and sits on the back of Mr. Crocodile. Yeah. And then we're going to do, and then is the time when this move into the swimming, go back. So we're going to do a whoosh first. Okay. Let's do a whoosh. All right. And now both of them, the monkey and the crocodile are swimming and going back. And The crocodile is thinking, should I tell him? Should I tell him? Should I tell him? Should I tell him not? What do I do? What do I do? And Mr. Crocodile says, actually, you are the dinner. My wife wants to eat you because your heart must be so sweet and juicy, eating all those juicy, sweet mangoes. What happens to the monkey? Who's going to tell us now? What does the monkey think in this moment? Raise your hand. What happens? Who's going to show? Who's going to tell? Who is it? Who is it? Come on. Who knows the story and knows what happens next? A monkey क्या बंदर क्या सोचता है? अरे मुझे Okay, Gauravi, I will spotlight you. Yes.
Yeah, so he starts thinking कि अभी अगर मैं गया वहां तो मुझे तो खा जाएंगे ये लोग. So I have to come up with some plan.
Yes. Okay.
So then he thinks. You want me to tell?
Idea. Idea.
He gets an idea. He tells the crocodile, you know what? I forgot my hat on the mango tree.
Yeah. Thank you, Gauravi. So we are all going to do that. You think idea. Everybody first think. And he says, Arey! But I forgot my hat on the mango tree. You should have told me before. Yeah. So then Mr. Crocodile says, okay, we'll go back. Okay, and you can get your hat and we'll go for dinner. So they swim back to the mango tree. Okay, and monkey just leaps onto the leaf. Oops, that was quite a leap from my side. So he leaps onto the tree. Okay, and first he takes a giant breath. And then he says, you fool! Whoever leaves their hat on the tree, yeah, I am not going to be your friend anymore. Yeah. So can you all also do that? Can you speak the dialogue in your own way? You fool! Who leaves their hat on the tree? I will not be your friend anymore. And maybe he just teases him. Yeah, and even that Nirmohi, okay? And now Mr. Crocodile is really sad. And he swims back sadly, goes back home, and he has lost a friend as well. And that's the end of the story. Whoosh! But the teacher's teasing is not good, na? Gauravi says. So, Gauravi, the teacher is not teasing. It's the monkey that is teasing. You're a character. You are in a role. And that is fine.
No, I'm saying as a child. A lot of my children say that because we do want to talk about teasing.
So the teasing
as a child, I'm the teacher, but teasing is not good. No, he could have done something else.
Yeah, but he's a naughty monkey and he's really hurt and he did something naughty. We all keep doing something naughty time to time. Don't you do anything naughty? Are you always nice? Yeah, so you play to reality because not everyone's always nice. We do sometimes naughty things, right? So it's okay. And it's happening in the story. Okay, so that was Monkey and the Crocodile story in a whoosh story format. Okay, so whenever there's a very long story or a story that you want to introduce them, but you want them to remember, use them, use the actions, do it this way, and keep doing whoosh in between for a scene change. The next thing comes, the next thing comes. And if you notice that today we did all of these things which actually lend itself to the Monkey and the Crocodile. We started with the baby crocodile breaths, right? And with the whole crocodile thing, crocodile action. We did all the different kinds of actions together of different animals. When I showed you the placards, right? The crab and everything. So I could even draw a monkey here, and we could initially start with the monkey action as well. And so you did the monkey action. We did emotions, different emotions, and we tried to show them on our face. And we did all these things. together. Okay, so now what we're going to do is very quickly, what we are going to do is do a recap of all the things that we did today. Okay, so who remembers after the first segment, what did we start with? Which activity? Yes, Pallavi.
So, ma'am, it's a beading. We are keeping the beads in the jar.
Yes, the bean activity. So I like to call it Chota Bean.
Yes.
Kind of sounds like Chota Bheem, the favorite cartoon character that they love watching. Or with the older kids, I sometimes call it to bean or not to bean. Okay. So it was again a physical warm-up activity, right? But what else are we learning here, and why did we do it? Who will tell us? What connections we are making here? How can we adapt this to our curriculum? We have
A lot of physical activity was there.
Yes, a lot of physical activity was there.
Hello, ma'am. Hello.
Yes.
And that all the beach is a environment. Connect to the environment, ma'am. Like that soya bean and whatever.
Yes. Okay. Connecting to an environment. Can you give me another example, Sneha? Like how?
Ma'am, whatever that, so you are taking that beach and action, no, and whatever that beach, so how to that beach and miss किस तरह से हम लोग बीच को ये कर सकते हैं, इसको ट्री किस तरह से ये कर सकते हैं, तो that also we connect with the children.
Okay, तो आप कह रहे हैं कि जैसे मान लीजिए हम किसी डिफरेंट एनवायरनमेंट में हैं और उस एनवायरनमेंट के अलग अलग एलिमेंट्स अगर हैं, बीच में क्या क्या चीजें होता है, सैंड है, वाटर होता है, तो हम उसको भी यूज कर सकते हैं, राइट? तो हाँ, बिल्कुल हम ये कर सकते हैं. और
I'm taking the attention, alertness.
Yes, focus, alertness, concentration. ये सारी skills पे हम काम कर रहे हैं उनके. You all can also work with again topics. For example, we're doing seasons like I told you, right? So how would summer bean look like? गर्मा गर्म bean कैसा लगेगा? And it's really hot. Garma garam bean, oh my god, I'm feeling so hot. Yeah. And how would a frozen bean look like? Frozen bean. Frozen. Thand itni hai winter mein. The thand is so much that it's frozen bean. Then raining bean. It's raining beans. Yeah, it's all raining beans. Okay. So you can think of things with seasons. You can think of shapes. Yeah. When you're teaching them shapes, circle, square, rectangle, you can triangle, you can make that. Animal beans. We did animals with images, but you can even do animal beans with them. Okay, cat bean, lion bean, snake bean. Yeah. What else can be done? And you can actually move this into Hindi also. We can make it laddus. Chota laddu, bada laddu. When you're working on sizes and things, you can even do this. Chota laddu, bada laddu, you know. Or you could do jalebi. So jalebi is all twisted and turned. Yeah. Happy beans and sad beans. Yes, Gauravi. Emotions. So we can play with emotions. You can call them emotional beans. Yeah. And they have all kinds of different emotions. You can even do family beans. दादा बीन, दादाजी क्या करते हैं? मे बी वो अखबार पढ़ते हैं. ठीक है. मम्मी बीन, मम्मी क्या करती हैं? ठीक है. पापा बीन, पापा क्या करते हैं? मे बी गाड़ी धो रहे हैं पापा. या ठीक है. मम्मी खाना बना रही है. The typical things, but it could be different also. Okay. So you can do family beans when you're teaching them family relations and roles of different people in our family, what they do and things like that. Yes. So this is a very versatile activity that can be modified with any topic, in fact. Okay. So you can change it to whatever topic you are teaching them and make it your own. What did we do after the Chota Bean? Who remembers? Pallavi remembers. Pallavi's got a very strong memory here. Yeah.
Magic walk.
Magic walks. Neha's was also raising her hand. Yes, we did magic walks. So we did magic fingers and then we did magic walks where we used different images. Okay, you had them guess what they are. You had them make their sounds and walk around. You can actually, so we didn't walk so much, but you can actually ask them to walk around the space in their house. You know, if you're doing online sessions, have them walk around in their house in different ways and come back to the screen. Okay, so you can do that as well. It time to time what happens is they get so fixated with the screen that they don't get, you know, like it's very hard for them to keep focusing here. So it's okay that the, you know, focus can shift, but they're still engaged with their body and they're listening to you. So it's okay if they move around with like a cat and they're not looking at the screen. It gives them also a little bit of break. Yeah, and then they come back. You say, okay, come back to the screen because I'm taking out another bean. Yeah, so you can do things like that with them. Okay, and then what did we do after that? Who remembers? Something happened to the baby crocodile. It became a giant. So you can make it into a bird. Yeah, it could be a bird. It could be a little crow. It could be a duck. Okay. You can think of it of your children come through the classroom now. So even in classroom, spatial awareness will happen, Gauravi, right? When you're making them move around in the space together, they will have spatial awareness. They will have awareness of other people that, oh, I don't have to bump into somebody. I have to be careful of the things around. To do all of this in your classrooms, ensure that you've moved the desks and the chairs back so that you have open spaces. I can see behind Pallavi, there's quite an open space in our classroom. So you guys already have that with you. So you can work that way and get their spatial awareness working as well. All right. So we're working with, it's basically working with breath helps us to wind down sometimes. You know, when you want to cool them down, when you want to wind down, you can do the breath activity. When you want to, you know, reset and start a new activity, this is a transition activity, a transition tool that helps you. कि अभी हमने मैथ्स पढ़ाया था, अब इसके बाद इंग्लिश है, but we don't want to jump, you know, right after. So you can have a little bit of transition in between like this, reset things with them, you know. You already do give them tasks like maybe, okay, everyone go and keep this back and come back. So you, when they're going and keeping their, say, English stuff into the cubbies and they're coming back, you ask them to actually do the magic walk like a cat and go and keep the thing in the cubbies and come back like a mouse. Okay, so you can actually have them engaged. What happens then, they're not getting distracted and getting into talking mode and things like that because they're still engaged in doing a task. I have to walk like a cat to the cubby, put it in, and then turn around and be a mouse and come back. Yeah, so they're still doing the task, but they are with you and you've not lost their attention. You're not working into you know, getting worked up with the classroom management skills here, and you are able to, you know, get them back into the space. All right, so that was that. What did we do after that? Yes, Neha.
Yes, ma'am. We that story we have done. Means we have done nicely story, and whatever the story, the character, and whatever the dialogue. So you say something. What could be? What could be that?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Sneha. So we did an interactive storytelling format, which is called the whoosh story. Okay, where we were communicating the story using body, so that we're using our physical memory to remember the story. If we are just saying verbally and you're asking them to listen, it's hard for them to remember. Sometimes you ask, do you remember what happened? Do you remember? And they'll be like, oh, no, we don't remember. They only remember the last bit. But when we are involving them physically and vocally, they are experiencing it. They are becoming the monkey. They are becoming the crocodile. They are becoming the Mrs. Crocodile. They're experiencing. So their retention is much stronger in terms of remembering what you have shared with them. Yes? And we're using a lot of physical vocabulary that we did even in the beginning. So if you imagine doing animal beans with them and you've done monkey bean, crocodile bean, mango and tree and all of that. So you've already worked on that as a game. with them beforehand. And when it comes to doing the story in an interactive manner, they already know what a monkey's action is because you've already done the monkey beat. They already know the crocodile action because you've already done the crocodile breaths as well. Or in place of a tree, cloud over here, you can make a tree, and you can do, get them to do the poses. So they know how a
Has Kriti frozen for everybody?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Just give her, just wait, teachers. Just
Yes,
give her a
yes.
little while, she'll come back. Okay? She's just probably having internet issues. In the meantime, if you want to have a short water break, yeah, do that.
Sorry, I lost my connection there, but I am back. Okay. So till what point did you hear me? Because I didn't know where I lost my connection. Can anyone help me with that? Are you able to hear me? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
We can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, because still everyone's frozen for me right now. I think my connection is still stabilizing. Anyway, so yeah, my question was, till what point were you able to hear me so that I can pick up from there and move ahead?
And we are talking about the physical memory.
Yes. So we were talking about the physical memory, that how it helps retain information, helps them remember things if you're involving their bodies and their voices and emotions. And so this happened in this interactive storytelling format with them. And I was talking to you about that when you slowly build a physical vocabulary with them in the form of warm-ups. जब आप वार्म अप एनर्जाइजर उनके साथ करते हैं और उनमें ये थोड़ी थोड़ी चीजें अगर प्लग इन करने लग जाते हैं, तो जब अगर आप कोई परफॉर्मेंस करने वाले हैं, जैसे हमें बोला जाता है कि एक छोटी सी परफॉर्मेंस कर लीजिए, ठीक है, कछुए और रैबिट की कहानी को लीजिए, यूजुअली थ्रू ऑल दीस फेबल्स एंड folk tales with them and all of that. So you can start beforehand. सिर्फ जब परफॉर्मेंस क्रिएट करनी है तभी नहीं, आप उससे पहले से कर सकते हैं कि रैबिट कैसे कूदता है, उसके कैसे एक्शंस हैं, कछुआ कैसे वॉक करता है, उसके क्या एक्शंस हैं. You can work on emotions, that rabbit is happily hopping, or rabbit is sleeping, or rabbit is feeling sad, or things like that. So when you've done that in warm up and energizer, जब आप एक्चुअली अपनी स्टोरी के साथ फिर काम करते हैं, तो तब उसमें आपको उतनी मेहनत नहीं करनी पड़ेगी. So this can also work as a story, as a performance. Sorry, when you're working as a you want to showcase a performance. But when you're introducing them stories in the class, any concept, then also you can do things like this. Okay. So that was our monkey and the crocodile story. I see my internet is stabilized now, so we're done. Okay, it's 1:05. How is the time looking for everyone? Do we have time, 5 minutes more, to do one last thing to wrap this up, or do you all have to go? Five minutes और है. Okay, Pallavi saying है, ठीक है. So we're going to do a quick reflection activity. और ये reflection activity में हम क्या करने वाले हैं? It's called Today I Did. Okay, so you're going to try and share with us one action or movement that you remember from today's session. From the beginning till the end of the workshop, कोई भी एक action या movement जो आपको याद है, जो आपने किया है, वो आप हमें करके दिखाएंगे. ठीक है? And you can say I remember हमने 5 fingers में ये किया था. I remember हमने ये monkey and crocodile में ये किया. या I remember हमने magic fingers में ये किया. ठीक है? Alright, so who wants to go first? Gauravi always raises her hand first. She's always like, I want to go first. ठीक है? Gauravi, since you're our Enthu cutlet over here, I will give you the chance. Let's look at Gauravi's action and let's guess. Gauravi, don't tell us first. We will try and guess from which activity it was. Okay? Okay, so that is her action. Can we put it in the chat box? Our guesses very quickly. What was she trying to show? Can you put it in the chat? Share your answers. So she was showing rain. She remembers doing the rain action or the jelly bean action. Okay. Gauravi, which one? Is it the jelly bean? Yes, it's the jelly bean action. Okay, lovely. Good. All right, next one. Who's going to show us the next thing that they remember? Vandana. Vandana, I'm going to spotlight you for everyone so that we can clearly see. हाँ, फिर उसके बाद आपके पास आएंगे, ठीक है? Okay, Vandana, can we see your action? Okay. What do you mean? This was so happy and joyous. Thank you, Vandana. Lovely expression there. And Gauravi guessed it correctly. It was the whoosh. You know, you can even do whoosh. Hindi class khatam, whoosh. ठीक है, PE class khatam, whoosh. Okay, you can even do it then. All right, what's next? Seema, you've raised your hand. Who else is there with Seema? Seema के साथ और कौन है? उनका क्या नाम है?
Internet problem is there. 1 second. Huh?
No worries.
Can you all see me?
Yes.
Okay, and Pranita is with me. Actually,
Okay, so Seema, show us your action. We remember this. This was a very beautiful moment in today's workshop. What was it? Does anyone remember? Yes, it was the tip tip barsa pani moment where Sampata did a lovely rain action for us. Okay. And we already have other people raising their hands. The next one is Chanchal and Shashikala.
Shashikala.
Yes. Oh, what is this? Come on, let's try and guess. She remembers one action. Let's try and guess in chat box. Let's see if it's right. Long bean, the string bean. Was it right? Yes. Okay. And next one's Gracie. Gracie, what do you remember? Gracie remembers this. What was that? Let's see who remembers this. We are waiting in the chat box for your answers. Yes, Sampada. Shoo, 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 right? The voice activity, body and voice activity. Okay, so I know I can't take everybody because we are short on time. It's already 10 minutes over. So we will end today's session and we will meet next Saturday, same time, please. I request everyone to be here 10 minutes before the workshop starts so that 11 o'clock sharp we can start the workshop. Okay, and this is a very quick one that I end my class and my kids go crazy. They love this. They want me to do it every class with them. It's called rubber chicken. So again, I'm going to end on a very energetic note with all of you. So I'm going to invite you all to stand up. Okay, so let's all get up and we're going to shake our hands 8 times. One hand, right hand 8 times, and we will count along. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We do the same thing on the left hand. We do the same thing on the right leg. We do the same thing on the left leg. Then 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then 2 times 1 2 1 2, and same with the legs, and then last we come down to 1 1 1 1 1, and then we do a chicken dance and we say pak, 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 pak. Okay, all right, so ready to go? 1 2 3 start. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 1 1 1. Okay, thank you everybody. It was such a lovely workshop, such a lovely session. You all made some very good connections. That was great. Thank you for giving me such lovely hearts. I'm going to give you this from my side. And I hope this has helped you. This is giving you some ideas of how to introduce certain things in your class. Think about more connections and adaptations. And if something is striking you, we have a WhatsApp group. Put it in the WhatsApp group so that others can also, get something out of it. So interact with each other, talk with each other. अच्छा इसको कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं, इसको कैसे चेंज करें, कैसे मॉडिफाई करें, और वो शेयर कीजिए ताकि बाकी लोग भी उससे इंस्पायर भी हो सके, उनको मदद भी मिल सके, because teachers help teachers, right? Okay, so thank you so much, and we will see each other next Saturday.